At an elevation of 6,700 feet, the high plains outside Cheyenne, Wyoming, present a notoriously arid environment for grazing cattle. The native shortgrass prairie survives these dry conditions, but it has severe limitations. It typically yields only half a ton to 3/4 of a ton of dry matter per acre, and its nutritional value drops sharply by midsummer. When the native grass loses its protein, ranchers are forced to spend heavily on purchased hay and supplemental feed just to maintain their herd's body condition. To solve this nutritional gap, we can interseed a specific legume called Shoshone sainfoin directly into the existing native prairie. Adding this plant to the mix boosts total forage volume by up to 50% and provides a highly digestible protein source that is completely safe for cattle to graze. Executing this project requires 3 specific resources: a UTV with a ball hitch, a rented no-till drill, and certified pre-inoculated seed. Because this method upgrades a fragile native pasture into a high-yielding, resilient asset, the federal EQIP program often subsidizes up to 90% of the total seed and implementation costs. Step 1 is securing the right equipment. The Laramie County Conservation District rents a 4-foot no-till sod drill designed specifically for this type of terrain. This drill uses a standard 2-inch ball hitch. You can tow it effectively with a typical Rotax engine UTV, which avoids the heavy soil compaction caused by a full-size tractor. Next, you must source the correct seed. It has to be certified Shoshone sainfoin, a variety bred specifically to thrive in the high pH, rocky, alkaline soils of our region. Historically, other legume varieties failed out here because their roots were destroyed by the northern root knot nematode. The Shoshone strain was selected specifically from nematode-resistant survivors, giving it exceptional multi-year persistence. When purchasing, confirm the seed is labeled pre-inoculated. This ensures the seed arrives already coated with the specific nitrogen-fixing rhizobium bacteria it needs to establish itself in the soil. By combining this lightweight no-till drill with a regionally adapted inoculated seed, we engineer a defense against the conditions that ruined past pasture integration projects. Timing your planting is critical. You must drill the seed in early spring, immediately following the snowmelt, to capitalize on the brief window of high soil moisture. Before driving, calibrate the drill's output so it drops exactly 10 to 15 pounds of pure live seed per acre. Then adjust the mechanical depth. The drill must place the seed between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch deep. This diagram shows our exact target, the top 1/2 inch of the soil. If set too deep, the seed lacks energy to sprout and dies underground. If set too shallow, the high plains wind blows it away. Securing that precise 1/4 to 1/2 inch depth window is the single greatest mechanical factor in guaranteeing your seeds germinate. With the no-till drill fully loaded and accurately calibrated, you must maintain a steady, consistent pace as you drive across your target acreage. Look back frequently to monitor the drill. The goal is to insert the seed while leaving the surrounding native sod relatively undisturbed. This diagram breaks down the 3-part sequence. First, the front culture disc slices a trench through the sod. Second, openers drop the seed into the slice. Third, press wheels pack the dirt firmly down to close the trench. This specific 3-step action achieves crucial seed-to-soil contact without exposing the surrounding topsoil to wind erosion. As soon as the drilling is finished, you must completely remove all livestock from the newly seeded acreage. This field requires strict zero-grazing deferment until the plants reach their late autumn dormancy. This split-view diagram explains why. In year 1, sainfoin allocates massive energy downward, prioritizing deep taproot development. Premature grazing shears off surface leaves, starving the taproot, which stunts establishment and kills the seedling. Enduring this short-term restriction on grazing is the only way to guarantee the roots establish deeply enough to provide decades of drought-tolerant pasture. Once established, the returns are highly measurable. Overall pasture dry matter yield jumps from a 1/2 ton to over 1.15 tons per acre. The nutritional density improves as well, pushing the overall pasture blend's crude protein content up to between 13 and 15%. This chart compares native shortgrass against the interseeded reality across yield, protein, and bloat risk. Sainfoin's natural condensed tannins bind to plant proteins in the rumen, enhancing absorption in the lower digestive tract, completely eliminating the risk of lethal bloat. Because cattle can safely pull more nutrition directly from the ground, ranchers reduce their reliance on purchased feed, saving an average of $63 per acre in hay offsets annually. At that rate of operational savings, the initial seed investment is typically recovered within just 1.5 to 2 grazing seasons. Interseeding Shoshone sainfoin offers a permanent structural upgrade to your ranch's profitability. Contact the Laramie County Conservation District today to map out your acreage and schedule a free on-site consultation.